Floss Tube, it's time to celebrate. It's the Stitchery's 3rd birthday. I've got some brand new birthday fabric for you, as well as I'm pulling some old birthday fabric out of the vault. We've got whips, finishes, so let's get this party started. Hey guys, it's Amber from the Stitchery, and I am so excited to be celebrating our 3rd birthday with the Stitchery. It is just crazy to think 3 years have gone by. So many fabrics. We have over 150 fabrics now. Plus and more to come. And it has been just kind of a whirlwind with the Stitchery. So let's see. Before I get into birthday festivities, I'll give you a little life update. We got through Christmas, which was nice. It was fun. We had a great time. My family, the 3 of us, went to see a Christmas Carol put on by the KC Rep in Kansas City. And it was fantastic. We had a wonderful, wonderful time. Since family does live far away, Christmas, the 3 of us have started a tradition in the last few years of doing, something a little bit different than what we've usually done in the past. So last year it was Branson and Silver Dollar City and Dolly's Stampede for Christmas. This year we stayed home and went to the Christmas Carol. So it was really fun. We had a great time. We are in the thick of archery season for my daughter. So it's tournaments every weekend. We sometimes double tournaments. So it has been fun and busy. I love it. She is doing great. In fact, this past weekend, she shot a non-school tournament. We do both. We do school stuff and then we do out of school stuff just to keep her shooting because she loves it. So she competed in a Missouri state tournament last weekend. And set a record for the state. So that's so awesome. I'm so proud of her. She is just doing great. And it's her last year for middle school shooting. So it's like the end of it, a little bit of a little era, I guess, until we go to high school. So that has been fun. My daughter is still conditioning for swimming to start the middle school swim team here in a month or so. So my chauffeuring days have not slowed down. It's 5 to 6 nights a week. We're back and forth multiple times, multiple activities. It just depends. It just depends on the day. So we're doing that. And then we also started planning for high school scheduling. My husband and I went to a parent meeting this week. Wow. The class of 2030, it came really fast. That's the class my daughter will be in. It's just crazy to think about. And then like all of the scheduling and what we have to do and all the prep and all the things my daughter has to think about. Of course, she's in 8th grade. She's just like, I just want to get through middle school, like not thinking about her future. So we've had to have those conversations and start college talk and all of that wonderful stuff that she doesn't want to hear. Because she's, in her own world, and I don't blame her. I didn't want to hear it when I was in 8th grade, and I had no clue what I wanted to do. So it's been very interesting. My husband and I have had to talk about college and how fun it was and the opportunities and high school and like what you need to do to build up and all that stuff. So prayers needed for future freshmen, for parents too, especially the parents. Whew. So we've been doing that. And then also I am just stitching away and moving in and planning for 2026. I'm so happy we're here. 2025 is behind us. It's done. I love the new year. Just exciting plans that I've been making for fabric and for us to stitch. Fun stuff to do. Yeah, so let's get started on birthday fabric. Let's see. So this is our third birthday. So every year I've had a birthday floss tube, and it's always the month of February. So if you're curious, you can always go back and watch the first birthday and the second birthday. So for our birthday, I have always done an exclusive birthday fabric that is just available for the Digi Stitchery's birthday month, which is February. And then along with that, I have thrown in multiple sales and specials during the month of February as well, and goodies along the way that could end up in your orders when you place in the month of February. So let's go with the most brand new fabric because it's really cool and it looks great with the whole compilation of birthday fabric that we have. I will tell you, since we're building together, because we cannot have another birthday without you guys, my customers, my friends. We're doing this together, but we are hopefully building a pretty hefty birthday fabric series. So yeah, let's get started. So yeah, and this is all because of you guys, and I'm so thankful for you guys. Yeah, it is just, if I continue to talk more, it'll get emotional, but I am very thankful. I wouldn't be here without you guys supporting me at all. So let's get started. Let's get to the fun stuff. All right. So this year I decided to go the cake route. We've done birthday confetti. We've dabbled in icing. Let's tackle cake. So I created marble cake. This is creamy, milk chocolatey goodness with swirls of vanilla. Creamy. Yeah, it's just creamy. That's the best word for it. Yeah, I'll be saying that word a lot. It's creamy goodness, milk chocolatey, vanilla, custardy. That's the good word for that. Custardy in this. Just swirls. This is regular Aida I'm showing you. Beautiful color. This will work as a wonderful neutral. And I have two examples to show you. Perfect for your spring stitching, summer stitching, fall and winter. I mean, we've got all of your stuff covered with marble cake. Side note on marble cake. It's a happy medium with my family. My husband and my daughter love chocolate. Chocolate, triple, quadruple chocolate. I, on the other hand, like just vanilla. I'm good. I don't need all the chocolate. So this was our happy medium for our family. Marble cake. Everybody gets a little bit of what they like. So there you go. This is, yeah, like I said, regular Aida. And I'm going to show you the finishing that I did on the regular Aida. With every birthday fabric, I always do a happy birthday stitch using the Digi Stitchery logo colors. And it's just been really fun. I keep these out all year long in my office so I can look, and it's just so fun to see, you know, and look back at and go, oh, we did that the first year, the second year, and now the third year. So here is my third birthday finish. It is Happy Birthday by Lucky Star Stitches. She is on Etsy, and I've stitched multiple pieces from her. Be Mine, Happy Halloween, this one, and I think another Valentine one I think I've done. But this is so cute. Of course, I changed the colors to my logo colors just so they could pop off. But as you can see on this creamy milk chocolate, custardy vanilla, the colors look great. Now, for my logo colors, I did various shades so I could get more variety in here. So I have purple in my logo, so a dark and a light. Same with the orange, maybe not the orange this time. Yeah, a little bit of the orange and the yellow and the green. So very cute. I finished this as a pillow. And I forgot to put a back on this, so I'm sorry, ignore that. But look at that gingham, it's so cute. And then the orange. I just so happen to have this in my stash from a quilting project, so it worked out perfectly. And then this rickrack is, I believe, grape from Color and Cotton, and it looks really cute. So that is Happy Birthday stitched on our brand new marble cake. So let me go ahead and show you the other two fabrics in the regular Aida, and then we'll jump to the opalescent where I have more finishes for you. So last year for our second birthday, we tackled icing, and we did whipped frosting. You can pick your color with icing. It could be any color under the rainbow. So that's what I did. I did a soft, creamy, again, that word, because it is, a creamy whipped frosting. Super, super pretty, perfect for your spring stitching. Frosted pumpkin stitchery stitches would look adorable on here, as well as Valentine's Day. If you're more on the pinky, purpley side like I am, and we'll get to that later. But this is whipped frosting, and it's so, so pretty. This is the Aida I'm showing. I'm only showing Aida, but in the shop, you'll be able to get Aida, opalescent, or Linda fabric in the birthday exclusives. So this was last year. And then I'll hold off on the finish for that because that's opalescent. So let's go ahead and switch to our first year, was birthday confetti. And it is so cute. There's 5 different colors of confetti. We've got purple, blue, green, yellow, and pink. And it's super light. Like, it's not, I know I say this every floss tube, but I truly mean it. I don't want it to overpower your stitching. So I wanted to draw it back and not, so it jumps out at you like, confetti. So we don't want that at all. So this is birthday confetti from our first birthday. And here's the finish that I did for that on the regular Aida. This is Happy Birthday by Primrose Cottage Stitches. Again, in the Digi Stitchery colors. And it turned out so cute. I will say I added the Smyrnas because the confetti here, like, it's there, but I wanted something a little bit different for these to pop out, because I believe in the pattern they had like little single X's to show as confetti. I didn't need that in this case because the confetti's already there. So very cute. I finished this on a block from Walmart, and this fabric actually matches the pillow, which worked out perfectly. So birthday confetti, regular Aida. All right, let's jump into opalescent here. So opalescent, we'll just stick with birthday confetti, is beautiful, gorgeous, and has the shine. I'm trying to show you that kind of here. I've toned down the lighting because with the brighter lights, it's too bright and it distorts the color of the fabric, and I don't want to do that to you guys. So you can see it a little bit, but it's there, let me tell you. It's pretty. Okay, and then let's go to opalescent whipped frosting. And man, yeah, you can see that. Woo, that pops. I love this. Like, this is perfect spring, Easter. Super cute. Okay, so the finish I did last year was on the opalescent whipped frosting, and I stitched, this is a tongue twister for me, Colorful Cupcakes by Colorfully Sarah. Be really slow when I say that, but look at it. It turned out so cute. I stitched this, yeah, like on the opalescent, like I said. The hardest thing about this was trying to put my logo colors in this because there's so many DMC colors with the shading to get it just right. Colorfully Sarah is wonderful with her shading choices. It's so cool because everything almost looks like it's going to pop off your fabric. But yeah, so the hardest part was putting in my colors and making it look right. So yeah, and then changing the flavors. So I had to change this to, well, that's purple. I don't know what flavor that is. Maybe grape. Ooh, I don't know. Blackberry. That's it. It's blackberry. This is caramel, vanilla, lemon stayed the same. This is mint chocolate. So that worked with the green. I'm going to say orange cream, and then yeah, chocolate. So very cute. I finished this on a piece from Hobby Lobby in the kids room decor section. And then I put this on magnetics because I bought more of her patterns that I want to stitch, and I will put them on here because I stitch on 14 counts and it will be huge. So this would be the finishing piece. But what I did, I wanted to tell you guys, last year I told you how I finished this, but I want to remind you because it's a really cool idea. Instead of like sticky board, when I was at Hobby Lobby, I found Coroplast cake rounds that were, this was 8 inches, and I think this is 10 inches. I think it's 10 inches. And they were perfect, like in place of sticky board. And it still gives you like the pop off. And I just hot glued it, and it's been great. So this is opalescent whipped frosting. And so I had my mom do a stitch on the opalescent marble cake, which is adorable. I'll get to that. But here is just opalescent Aida, no stitching on it. You can see the pop on that, and it looks gorgeous. Love it. The swirls. So cool. I'm so happy with this. Like, seriously, stock up on marble cake because it is a wonderful neutral. Everything that I have seen so far come out for market, I'm like, I could stitch that on marble cake and it would look fantastic. So stock up on that, get it while you can. But anyway, so opalescent marble cake, I had my mom stitch Rudolph reindeer games, and it's adorable. Look, these colors work, guys. Like the browns, the reds, the greens. White's a little questionable in the creamy vanilla, but you know what? That's okay. You can still read it. You know what it says. But look, the definition in the chocolate, you can see it with the white. You can see it. but it turned out so stinking cute. And I did rickrack again. I think this is probably my favorite pillow finish type now. I did the rickrack, the accent fabric, and then I have this super cute Christmas fabric. What I've been doing the last few years is if I go to a quilt shop or if I'm like at an online shop, if I see any type of fabric line that would be great for finishing, I have just been getting like 2 or 3 coordinates and getting like half a yard to a yard just to have, because I think I have the red plaid partner to this and the red stars that I've used for Christmas and 4th of July, I think. So that's been great. And let's see. Oh, I did a messy bow for her. I've yet to make one for her, so I had to do it, and it turned out super cute. I did the removable messy bow because I don't know where she's going to display this. We have similar furniture cabinets, so she could tuck it here or in her other cabinets as well, with or without the bow. So I just want to show the bow here really quick. Super cute. I just used what I had as far as fabric, or excuse me, ribbon. And then I did a button cover in that accent green. And then I bought a button pack of Santa, Mrs. Claus, and then there's a reindeer. So I took the button clasp thing off of it and slapped it on here. And then you have your finish. So very cute. And this is on the opalescent marble cake. So, all right. So that is our birthday fabric for the year. So take it full advantage of that. That is in the shop right now. Again, available in Ada, opalescent, and Linda fabric. And let's talk specials. There are going to be specials this month. The first special, as you are watching this floss tube, early in the month of February, starting February 6th, we are going to have a 10 by 12 sale, 20% off. And that's going to run through the 13th, I think. No, the 12th. It's going to run through the 12th. And then the 13th on will be another special. And then after that, there'll be another special. So 3 different specials, sales going on. But the first one is going to be 10 by 12s. This is a 10 by 12. This is a great opportunity to, if you're interested in a color, to grab them. If you're wanting to try different like designs, this is great to have. I can tell you 90% of all my stitching goes on a 10 by 12 because it fits. It fits, and I have plenty of room to do a finish, whether it's a pillow finish or a flat finish or whatever. 10 by 12 has been a great size. So take advantage of that. Let's see what else is going to be happening in our birthday month. I'm going to be releasing brand new fabric, apart from birthday. This is going to be the big spring release, of fabric that I am very, very excited to show you. So that means there will be 2 floss tubes, this floss tube and the new fabric one, in the month of February, which, if you have followed me long enough, is out of the norm because you usually see me a few times a year when there's big fabric releases. So twice in 1 month, it's going to be overkill. It's a lot of amber and the Digi Stitchery. So stay tuned for that one. Make sure you like and subscribe this video to be notified that, you know, the new fabric's coming out, because it's awesome. And I have a ton of stitching to show you for that when we get to that next floss tube. But in the meantime, I have some new finishes, a couple new finishes that I've done, and I want to go over some Valentine's Day stitching for you guys. Right, so on to finishes. I have two finishes sent, one from my mom and one that I was able to get done in like right after New Year's. Like, yeah, it was a race. I wanted to get it done so I could show this one to you guys for floss tube. So first one is one my mom did. This is Bumble Honeyco by Cherry Hill Stitchery. And she used the called for DMC and she stitched this on 14 count cornstalk from our fall fabric series. And it's perfect. I love it. It works with these colors so well. Yeah, my mom really needed, she has a ton of fall, but not a lot of summer yet. Like she's working, she hasn't really done a lot of patriotic either. So she's kind of in that weird spot of needing more summery stuff. So this is perfect. The finishing piece I bought in the gift section of Hobby Lobby, and I had to do some math and some thinking, geometry, whatever. Maybe I'm prepping to go to high school like my daughter, because I had to figure out how to get a piece of sticky board in here correctly. So that was a challenge. That was definitely a test. And then cut it down so I could put, you know, the finishing piece in it. So that took a little minute, but luckily didn't waste any sticky board. I just had to do some extra trimming, so it wasn't that bad. But it turned out really cute. I added some rickrack around it to give it a little oomph, because I just did not, I mean, I could have cut another piece to have a layering of fabric, but I didn't want to chance it since I had done these two so well. So rickrack it was. So yeah, I'll be mailing this and the Reindeer Games, which is also by Cherry Hill Stitchery. I don't think I said that earlier. I'll be mailing these to my mom so she can put them away until the correct season comes. But it needs something up here maybe, but I left that blank because not a lot of summer stuff's out. And there's a bunch of cute stuff on Amazon for like little bees and stuff. But you know as well as I do, you see it, it looks cute, but I'm afraid to get it, and then I get it back and it's like this big or huge. So I just left it blank. She can figure it out. So, and then I don't know where she's gonna display it either. So she may need something there or not. But yeah, this is cornstalk from the fall fabric series, and she stitched 14 count. Okay, and then, oh, you may notice I am in a different location than usual. I am in my formal dining room, which is also the place where all the junk goes. This is, it's a beautiful table my dad made. He makes furniture. Yeah, all of our, we eat here for like holidays, but that's about it. So all of my daughter's school stuff, there's archery stuff here. There was a swim bag. Hopefully that's in her room and not in my car. So yeah, we've got arrows here. We've got all sorts of stuff. So this is the formal dining room. Let's see, last floss tube. It was so funny. The day before I filmed the floss tube back in November, my husband and I had gone to Nebraska Furniture Mart, that's our big furniture store here, and purchased a brand new kitchen table. It's a high top, it's got like cute decorative shelving things I can do, and it's green. The wood is green and the tabletop's just regular wood color, but it's gorgeous. It looks so good. We had before a small round table with like bar stools, like it was tiny. which we thought was only going to be temporary, but that's funny. You guys know that. Oh, it's just temporary. We'll get something new. Yeah, I think 11 years passed. So, no, not 11, like 9 years passed, and we finally got rid of it. So that's nice. We gave it to a neighbor whose kid was moving into a new house. So we, you know, with love, just take it. So it was nice to get it out of the house, but I had to move my bookcase because of the high top. And we had to get a high top table because of Ernest, my 110-pound baby, likes to put his head on the table, his lips on the table. He wants to join in and sit with us. If there was a dog chair, he would sit with us. So he has not been liking the new setup in the kitchen. In fact, really funny story. I wish I had videotaped it. I made pork tenderloin, mashed potatoes for dinner, right? Very good. We were eating, talking about the day, whatever, you know, and we look and we hear whimpering, and Ernest was sitting crying because he was begging for food, and he was whimpering, his lips were fluttering. I mean, this went on for quite a while, and we were like, oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. We finally had to put him outside, where our kitchen table is actually like right next to our sliding doors. So putting him outside, we couldn't hear him crying, but we could see him, and the pitiful, like, I'm starving, you never feed me, which is a lie. We feed him all the time. Yeah, the pitiful, poor pitiful me look. So, long story, but it was very funny. Yeah, so I moved the bookcase in the dining room, and we are filming here. I've got all sorts of different things going on in here. So we're trying it out in here. We may switch it up. I don't know. We'll see how this goes. But okay, moving on to the next finish. I did and completed on time. I can't believe that. Well, okay, New Year's Day. I did, what is this called? The 12 Days of Christmas Countdown by Shannon Christine. I am stitching the Halloween one, which you will see next, floss tube. And so that was like 13 days of Halloween. And if you watched floss tube 31, I was going on and on and on about how I loved, it was like a choose your own adventure. You got to pick multiple motifs, all sorts of stuff. Well, she did it again with 12 Days of Christmas. You subscribed on her website, and then every day you'd get a new little motif that you could choose from. She gave you like 2 or 3 options, which is unheard of and awesome. I love it. I loved stitching this. It was so cool. And again, the most fantastic thing about it is yours is going to look different than your neighbor's. It's completely an original piece. It's so stinking cool. So I stitched this on 14 count fallen snow. I used the called for DMC. Except always my black is Cosmos 600. It just works better for me than DMC 310. But look at it. It's so stinking cute. I mean, this encompasses all of Christmas. The trees, the snow globes, the snowmen, the trucks, the presents, cranberries or holly, and Santa. So very, very cute. Yeah, super cute. And then I finished this on a wood piece from Hobby Lobby and just added a cute candy cane background with some ribbon. It just looks cute. And I'm super late in being able to display this. So for 2026, this is gonna look great for Christmas. But I think that's how it always works. Yeah, since I stitch ahead and multiple seasons, I'm sure you guys do too. So, you know, you miss the season you're stitching it in, but it's always good for future decor. So Fallen Snow. Oh, Fallen Snow is from the 'Twas the Night fabric series. Okay, so next I have some Valentine's Day stitching, and I have one spring stitch I'd like to show you. So first, let's talk about Valentine Tier by Erin Elizabeth. This is stitched on 14 count Love Notes from the Love Notes fabric series. And this was actually the January 26 Fabric of the Month piece that all of the members received. So very cute. I used Called For DMC because I love Erin's color choices. The only thing I wanted to do was I did the tier tray in gray just so it could pop a little bit more on the Love Notes fabric. That's it. But super, super cute. Finished it on a fall board with magnets. Because I have done so many of her tiers, I am able to now just transfer them out. So there you go. Stitched on 14 count Love Notes. Let's see. Let's go to Love by, I believe it's So Emma and Fat Quarter Shop. I think it was a freebie last year. The freebie? I don't know. I don't remember. But I stitched this on 14 count daffodils from Pop of Spring. That was last year's big spring release. Let's see. I changed the colors because I am not a red Valentine's Day decor girl. As you can see here, there's lots of teal, there's purple. I like to add that. I like that transition more into spring. Even though I don't keep it out as long, I just feel like, oh, spring's closer than, you know, we're still in winter. So I like seeing the teals and the pinks and the purples. But daffodils, super cute. It's a mix of pink and yellow. So very cute. And then I finished it on a Christmas 2024 piece from Hobby Lobby. That's kind of in a snow globe shape. So very cool. Okay. Next is Happy Valentine's Day from Cherry Hill Stitchery. And I stitched this on Damask Gray from the Pop of Spring series. And I love this fabric. This is one of these fabrics that if and when you look at it without stitching on it, it is daunting. It is like, oh my gosh, I don't want to stitch on that because this pattern is so like in your face. However, as you can tell, that stitching the fabric design goes back, mutes back into the background, so your stitching pops. Again, not wanting to overwhelm your stitching. Your stitching needs to stand out first and foremost. So yeah, so happy Valentine's Day. I switched the colors. I actually had my daughter pick these colors and she did a really good job. So let's see, and I finished it on a board from Dollar General. It's an easel. I painted it gray and spray painted it, and then just finished this on here because I used this piece for a couple different other finishes throughout the year. But very cute. Damask Gray. And then let me show you another example of Damask Gray for a Valentine's Day stitch. This is Home Sweet Home by Primrose Cottage, and it's on damask. So as you can see, design in the fabric goes away you can see a little bit, it gives a little bit of definition, but your stitching stands out. So, and then I of course changed the colors to go with more of my Valentine's Day look and feel. And then also always, if you guys want to know what floss changes I made, just email me, comment below, Facebook message or Instagram message me. I am always happy to share. No problem. Just let me know. I just don't like, because we have so many finishes, I just don't want to list them out in the video because it's huge. It makes the description just gigantic. So just comment and let me know. I am more than happy to share, but super, super cute. Did a pillow finish, and here's the back, which is consistent with this guy. So, okay. Two more that I have. This one is another Primrose Cottage finish. This is Be My Valentine, and this is super, super cute. I stitched this on 14 count cottontail from the Pop of Spring fabric series from last year. Cottontail is a super, super creamy, springy, creamy neutral, if that makes sense. Pastels pop on this guy. I switched the colors, added my teal and added my purple. Super cute. And yeah, I just wanted purple to pop on it. And then this block is from Hobby Lobby, unfinished section, wood section. And then I also put, she has like they did a similar size of Winter Wonderland. I stitched that and I finished it on here. There's also a St. Patrick's Day one from last year that I finished this on. So this is a great finishing piece for like long, skinny stitches. Okay, and then last one I want to show you guys is Spring Sayings of the Seasons. I think you guys know what this is. This is from Stitching with the Housewives, and I stitched this on, this is so long, oh my gosh. I stitched this on 14 count cottontail again. So as you can see, creamy and pastels pop. I changed the colors just for my favorite. These are, I think, all Classic Colorworks. Just my favorite spring Classic Colorworks colors. I kind of wanted a rainbow thing going on here. But very cute. The lettering I did in baking tin. And then last year, I was kind of tired of flat finishes because I had done a ton. Or no, not last year. Yeah, last year. I'm confused. So that for 2024, I was tired of flat finishes. So 2025 was my year of pillow finishes. As you can tell, there's a theme going on here. So this was like the biggest pillow I had done, or the longest, I'll say longest pillow I've done. But it turned out really cute, and I can just set it up there, which is nice. I haven't done the rest of the seasons. I have the fall one that I need to figure out and stitch up, and then I need to get summer and winter. But super cute. I put accent fabric on the sides, and then I added purple gingham and did the accent fabric for the cover up there. So very cute. And my whole intent was to be able to display it on the shelf here, because it just needed something. I like doing the different levels of display, and that worked out perfect. All right, so the one whip I can show you so far, believe me, there will be tons of finishes in the next floss tube when I release the new fabric release. But I'm wrapping some of them up right now, so I can't show you. And I've moved on to the next 2 releases, fabric releases for the year. So I've got a pile. It's just the pile keeps growing. As I finish things, it just more gets piled on. So, but I will show you this. This is turning out really, really cute. And the colors I picked, I'm super happy with. I was stoked looking at them, you know, face on, but sometimes it doesn't work out once you start stitching. But thankfully, once I started stitching, everything made sense and everything goes together. So this is, let me get this right. Flea Market Flowers by Lori Holt. This is my 2nd attempt at doing this. I tried this before I started the Digi Stitchery, and on 16 count, and I just gave up. And I didn't have time because I think maybe I was starting the Digi Stitchery. I don't remember, but I was like, I'm moving on. I'll stitch it later, which I'm so glad I am right now because it's just a fun stitch, especially when you're watching a movie. You can just go from color to color depending on your petals and stuff. So it's really nice. But this is, what is this? Flea Market Flowers by Lori Holt. And I am stitching this on whitewashed wood 14 count that is available at Fat Quarter Shop. So Fat Quarter Shop carries my fabric, and this is one of the pieces there that you can get, which is really, really cool. Okay, so this is 14 count, and this is the 14 by 16 piece, so pretty big. So I am stitching this with the Color and Cotton Renaissance color palette. I lost my words there. You guys know what I'm talking about. But look at those colors. They're so rich and wonderful. The only thing I had to add was I needed a teal. I needed like a teal to brighten it up because this is a darker palette, and I'll show you the floss here. It's darker, well, because Renaissance, I mean, medieval times, Renaissance fair, it wasn't like super light. It was very pigmented, if that's the right word. But let me show you. These colors are gorgeous. Okay, this is a mess. I am not really an organized stitcher. I'm not into like the different things. I slap them in a bag and call it good. So forgive me. But these are really pretty. They're bold. They're very bold, and that looks really pretty. But I needed like a brighter teal just to add to it to help this darker blue kind of stand out a little bit more. So I added, sticking with Color and Cotton, I added teal thistle, which I don't think they make anymore, which I panicked a little bit because I had already started stitching this. I think it's retired. So I'm trying not to make a lot of mistakes with this so I can get through the entire piece with this teal thistle, which is super pretty, and it works with this blue, the teal, so very, very pretty. As far as the outline, I am using DMC because that is a lot. I'm doing DMC 535. So yeah, I'm working on that slowly but surely, in between pieces that are due for fabric releases. So I haven't really hit or gotten back to this in a while, but it looks really, really good. This is my top. I had to mark it because I think the first time I stitched this, I started upright, but then was like down here at some point and I screwed it up. So, but very, very cool. Yeah, so this is whitewashed wood from, or it's not from a fabric series yet, hint, hint, wink, wink. But it is available at Fat Quarter Shop. 14 count is available, 16 count Linda fabric, and 32 count linen at Fat Quarter Shop. So take a look at that. Yeah, that's it. That's all I can show you until next floss tube. So you have to check that out. But in the meantime, I am very excited to be celebrating the Digi Stitchery's 3rd birthday. Thank you guys again. It means the world to me. I love this job. I love what I'm doing. It is just, it's fun. It's fun. It's cool. I enjoy it. So I want to keep doing it. So thank you. Thank you for supporting me and coming here, liking my posts, getting the fabric, showing me what you stitch, because you guys are awesome. I love seeing it. When you guys tag me or you message me, or even when you guys ask me a question, I get so excited because I could talk about this stuff all day. So I love this and I thank you guys. Take advantage of the birthday fabric, marble cake, great neutral, available in regular Aida and opalescent. And also get, if you need it, if you didn't get it last year, get birthday confetti and whipped frosting, because as soon as the end of February hits, all 3 of these are going back in the vault and you won't see them again until our 4th birthday. So check that out. Again, let's see, that's going on. Take advantage of the different specials that are going on through the month of February. Oh, Fabric of the Month, you can always sign up. It's open. To get in on February's, you have to sign up by February 9th. If it's after February 9th, you're in on the March shipment. But no worries, you'll be in the club. Let's see, with Fabric of the Month, you can get, or not you can, you will get 2 pre-released fabrics for the year. So you may get something in the spring and the fall, you may get something in the summer or the winter. I don't really know yet, but you'll get 2 pre-released fabrics nonetheless. So take full advantage of that. And yeah, just thank you guys. And I'm gonna go enjoy some of that delicious marble cake that I had at the beginning of the video. So I will talk to you guys later. Have a great weekend.